Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Saturday Morning Replay. And this week we're going to be taking a look back at TV shows from the 90s that you've probably forgotten. For anyone that's missed the last couple of episodes, we've been covering things forgotten in the 80s and 90s. And so far we've covered snack foods and Power Rangers clones. This week we're going to be taking a look at forgotten TV shows. More specifically, animated series. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one on our list. Number 1, James Bond Jr. In the late 60s, a spin-off novel of the James Bond series was released that featured 007's nephew. In 1991, the idea was reborn into a cartoon series. James Bond Jr. attends a prep school called Warfield Academy with his friends IQ, who is the grandson of Q, and Gordo Leader, who is the son of Felix Leader. They fight against the evil organization known as Scum, which is just like the organization Spectre that his uncle deals with.
James Bond Jr. Look out, he's coming through. He's got a job to do while he rescues the girl. James Bond Jr. chases scum around the world.
Number 2, ReBoot. While it definitely looks dated now, ReBoot was the first completely CGI TV show when it aired in 1994. The show takes place in a computer program and follows a guardian named Bob and his friends Enzo and Dot Matrix. They fight against the computer viruses Megabyte and Hexadecimal in order to keep their home safe. And for those who were a fan of the original series, a sequel called ReBoot: The Guardian Code was in production as of last year.
They say the user lives outside the net and inputs games for pleasure. No one knows for sure, but I intend to find out. ReBoot!
Number 3, The Pirates of Dark Water. The Pirates of Dark Water was released in 1991 by Hanna-Barbera, and the story follows a young Prince Ren as he searches out the lost 13 treasures of Rule in order to keep his planet from being devoured by an evil substance known as Dark Water. And Ren is accompanied by his friends Tula, Niddler, and Oz as they attempt to get the treasure before the evil pirate lord Bloth takes it for himself. Unfortunately, the series was pulled from ABC after only 8 of the 13 treasures were collected.
Is an unlikely but loyal crew of misfits. At his back, the evil pirate lord Bloth, who will stop at nothing to get the treasures for himself. It's high adventure with the Pirates of Dark Water.
Number 4, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. The Attack of the Killer Tomatoes series was one of the first Fox Kids shows to air on Saturday mornings in 1990. The show picked up 5 years after the Great Tomato War, and tomatoes have been banned. The show's antagonist, Dr. Gangrene, creates a human tomato hybrid named Tara, and she soon runs away with her fur-covered brother, whom she pretends is a dog. Soon enough, they meet Chad, and he vows to work together with them to stop Dr. Gangrene and his evil plans.
Tomatoes! Tomatoes!
Number 4, Biker Mice from Mars. Biker Mice from Mars aired in 1993 and follows the story of Throttle, Motto, and Vinny, three mouse-like aliens that escape their home planet after a war with the Plutarchians. They crash land on Earth after their spaceship is shot down, and now defend it from the Plutarchians. Landing in Chicago, they befriend a female mechanic named Charlie Davidson, and soon after they discover that the leading industrialist in Chicago, Lawrence Limburger, is actually a Plutarchian in disguise and is planning to send Earth's resources to his home planet of Plutarch. Number 5. Street Sharks. Street Sharks was released in 1994 by Deke Entertainment to promote the toy line from Mattel that I covered in the 90s Toys Wishlist episode, and their story begins with two university doctors, Dr. Bolton and Dr. Paradigm, creating a gene slammer. After Dr. Bolton attempts to keep Dr. Paradigm from using the machine for his personal gain, Paradigm transforms Bolton's sons into half-human, half-shark creatures, and the Doctor creates a variety of monsters throughout the show to combat the Street Sharks. Later on in the series, the Street Sharks team up with a group of aliens called the Dino Avengers.
Street Sharks! Street Sharks! Street Sharks! Street Sharks! They bite! They fight! They stand for everything right! Street Sharks!
Number 7. Extreme Dinosaurs. Extreme Dinosaurs aired in 1997 as a spin-off of the Street Sharks, and this show, just like Street Sharks, was also based on a line of toys from Mattel. And the show starred a Tyrannosaurus, a Triceratops, a Stegosaurus, and a Pteranodon that were transformed into super warriors by Ardor Zardock. And the dinos rebel against Ardor and fight against his other creatures, the evil raptors, who want to cause global warming so that the Earth's temperature is more inhabitable for dinosaurs.
Saurian Storm! Let's fossilize them! Extreme dinosaurs! Velocitossing to the max, they fossilize them in their tracks! Extreme dinosaurs! The plastic and Jurassic Park! Extreme dinosaurs!
Number 8. Mighty Max. Mighty Max was a show that was created in 1993 to promote the Mighty Max toys, and the show follows Max, who one day receives a small statue in the mail that tells him he's been chosen to be the cap bearer. He drops the statue and it shatters to reveal a baseball cap with a yellow M. After a run-in with a lava monster sent by the show's antagonist Skullmaster, Max is teleported to a desert where he meets Virgil. Max, Virgil, and his Viking bodyguard Norman team up against Skullmaster and his followers. Number 9. WildC.A.T.S. WildC.A.T.S aired in 1994 on CBS as an X-Men clone, and the show was based on the Wildstorm comics of the same name, but with a more family-friendly storyline. And the short-lived series told the story of two alien races in battle that made its way to Earth. The Cherubim have bred with humans since the beginning of history to create half-breeds that have abilities similar to the mutants of X-Men. And the bad guys of the show, the Daemonites, are unable to survive in Earth's atmosphere, so they use humans as hosts.
There's a steal. Here's the deal. You better watch out.
Number 10. The Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks premiered in 1996 on ABC and was inspired by the Mighty Ducks film and the NHL team. The Ducks are from a planet known as Puck World, and centuries before, a savior named Drake Duquesne saved the world from an alien race called the Saurians with a high-tech goalie mask and sends them into a dimensional limbo. However, the Saurians, led by Dragonis, find their way back to Puck World. A group of ducks led by Canard, who has found the legendary mask, fight the Saurians and drive them from Puck World. However, in an attempt to follow Dragonis through a dimensional gateway, Canard is killed and the mask is given to Wildwing, and he becomes the new leader of the Mighty Ducks. After making their way to Earth, the Ducks meet Phil Palmfeather, who becomes their manager and turns them into an NHL team in Anaheim, California.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's rock! Let's rock! Hear it for the Mighty Ducks!
That's everything for this week's episode of the Saturday Morning Replay. If there's a show I missed, please put it in the comment section below so I can make sure to get to it in a future episode. And if you guys liked this week's episode, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss next week's all-new episode of Forgotten 80s TV shows. And until next week, my name is Chad, and you guys have a good one.